I went to my nearest supermarket where I go ahead and I find all of the available chocolate on the shelves. I did not purchase any of that chocolate. Instead, I individually unwrapped every single one of them and took a big, huge lick. I then proceeded to wrap them back up and put them back on the store shelves for people who actually want to buy them. May God have mercy on their souls. Anyway, that's what I was doing this morning, but it did get me thinking. We are now at 19,000 weeks away from the nearest planet in the deep dark edges of No Man's Sky. We have been traveling now in a straight line, and this is in real time. This has been a total journey of 17 and a half hours and counting from when you are seeing this footage. Now, as you can see, things are not going very well at all. Everything, and I mean absolutely everything, is chugging. You can see all of the asteroids that are going past, where normally they are just whizzing past where you can't even see them, to now they are just literally just pixels one at a time. And everything's slowing down. Everything is not going well. And I think this is now going to be the make or break of this journey to whether or not the game will crash or there is something at the end of this very tunnel. But let's speed up a little bit and see how we get on. So I've been going in another straight line for an hour, and things have started to look even more janky than what they did before. I noticed the asteroids are just getting slower and slower and slower for when they do actually even pop in and render, because sometimes they're not even rendering at all. But when they do render, as you can see, you can literally stop and count them. They just come in that slow now. Things are looking really weird with the pulse lines, if you want to call them that. You know, you're getting flashes of pulse light to one side, and then you've got weird artifacting in the middle. This game is definitely starting to slow down now. So again, it's only a matter of time, I think, until we get an answer definitively on this massive pulse endeavour. Alright, so total journey is a 20-hour mark. So I paused where I was to kind of have a look around, see what was around, and I noticed something really weird. I tried to then pulse off once I'm trying to gauge my distance, and look at what's happening. So I'm trying to pulse in a straight line, and it's actually pulsing me to the left, to the right, too far up, too far down. And I've tried to readjust myself again, and luckily I think I'm going in a straight line. However, it took me like a good few minutes here, because I'm just like, you know, pulsing away, about to like, you know, go AFK for a minute, you know, go and take a toilet break or whatever. Look at that asteroid left hand side. The freaking thing isn't moving at all. So I noticed, and I just try and do a normal kind of like drive by it, and that worked. But the second that I pulsed, it was kind of still there. I'm not going anywhere. And then it kind of just like went out of frame, but I don't believe that it's actually gone. I just think that I've gone maybe an inch in front of myself through, even after all this pulsing. So I decided to risk it and to go into third person. So after just for a brief second there, my bumhole was clenching because I thought I was going to imminently crash going in third person. I didn't. However, look at that. I try and physically pulse in third person, and even though it's showing that I'm pulsing, I'm not actually going anywhere. This is a hard border. I am currently 19,620 weeks away from the nearest planet, and it looks like there is a hard border, and it stops you from pulsing. You can't go anywhere. There's nowhere else where you can go. So after all of this time with travelers, including myself, going out into deep depths of space, only getting to certain points before the game crashes out, but we've used our extensive knowledge to push the boundaries, to push the very envelope of the game. And finally, after all this time, we have our answer. There is an invisible border in space for No Man's Sky that wraps around every single planetary system in every single galaxy, there is a hard border. It's invisible, it'll stop you, but you can reach there. If you're willing to put in the time to get to there, you can get to this location and find things out for yourself. But what is the benefit of being all the way out here in space? Why would you want to come out here just to see a hard border? Obviously you're seeing it right now. Let me show you something that I've found. So in front of me right now there is an asteroid. And as you can see, we're getting all of the resources from this asteroid, and it's giving us silver. However, by now, this asteroid should have been long gone. May God have mercy on its soul. But it's not. Now, at first I thought, oh, well, this asteroid, because it's so far out, it's obviously buggy, but it will eventually disappear. So I decided to absolutely crank it up to the next level, with this being a god tier ship, and put on the photon cannon mod. And as you can see, even though we're absolutely laser beaming this to death at God knows how much DPS, we are getting nothing but resources infinitely. We have actually managed to glitch out the asteroid system, and we can do this to any asteroid. So this one's giving us silver. There's one just back before I did this particular take, and it was giving me gold, Tritium for example. It's amazing. And it's all going in there. Like, don't get me wrong, it is all going absolutely in there. So we have a look. There we go. So there's the gold, and sorry, there's the silver, and then the gold was next to it. And I could literally sit here for hours and just get silver if that's what I really wanted. So is it worth coming all the way out here for that? That's up to you. But there is a duplication glitch, an asteroid glitch. I don't even know what to call this. An infinite silver glitch, if you want to call it that. But that is out here for you to have if you want to make the journey. Now, from start to finish, by the time I got to this location, I was just after the 20-hour mark. That's real life hours I have spent traveling in a straight line. 20 hours. That is insane. And to say that that's 20 hours and that's in any direction from the solar system, whichever solar system you're in. So you think about it, that's how wide in all directions this invisible border is. It's 20 hours. Holy fudge balls. But there you go, guys. We've now got the answer to that. So that's me now back finally in the anomaly. Now you may be asking yourself how I managed to get all the way back. And I installed an emergency warp beacon, or engine, whatever you want to call it. Fired it up, and it brought me very safely back to the nearest planetary system. And I was able then to just go ahead and land as normally in the anomaly. Really long journey, but like I said, it's been an amazing one. We've found some really cool things. But to answer the question, can you pulse to the sun in No Man's Sky? Sadly, no, you cannot. It seems to be, it just seems to be a skybox. It doesn't actually exist. Even though you can see it, it's like the rainbow. You can see the rainbow, but you can never truly touch the rainbow. And sadly, that has been the conclusion. However, we have discovered that there is finally a border, an invisible border that holds you like a tractor beam, a force field, whatever you want to call it, once you get out to roughly 20,000 weeks away in space from the nearest planet. It was like 19,620 to be exact. I need a cup of coffee after this. It has been one heck of a journey. But there you go, guys. We found some amazing things on the way, including some glitches and some very weird lighting and anomaly and asteroids. It's been amazing. But I'll probably wait now until No Man's Sky does update a little bit more before I attempt something like this again to see if anything's changed, because this has been the furthest that we have ever gotten. We don't even end up anywhere near this far out, so to say we got this far out has been an amazing achievement. Anyway, guys, as you probably hear in my voice, I am still incredibly unwell, so I'm going to go back to bed. But there we go. Nonetheless, my name is Professor Cynical, and I'll catch you all again in the next one. Bye for now.